Hmm. Hmm. I see you, Kurt Cinetti. I see you, my boy. Hey, hold on. I gotta get my drink. I just got done filming 2 straight videos. Gotta get a nice little swigski. Swigski. Wait. Swigski. Is that a word? Swigski. I see you, my boy Cinetti. Oh, sorry. I can't even see me. I got the whiteboard there. Oh, yeah. You're probably wondering, Matt, what in the world have you been writing on the whiteboard? That's a great question, my friend. I love to answer. Go watch the Penn State video. It's on the channel. It looks like I'm a kid in, what would you call that, detention? Where you have to write, I will not behave that way again. I will not behave that way. Yeah. Don't even get me started on it. We got a lot to talk about, man. The Oregon Duckies. Losing to the fighting Kurt Cinettis? What they talking about? I'm going to keep it a Fortnite V-Buck with you. Did not see this coming. I wish I could sit here and say, guys, I told you. Watch out for the Hoosiers. Now, I did say I don't want to be this guy. I did pick Oregon to win, so it was just throwing out there right now. However, because I'm not a fence rider. Absolutely not. But I did say, hey, Indiana can win this game. They're legit. I told you, hey, go pull up the AP poll reaction video I did last Sunday. I said, look, y'all probably think I'm going to go crazy because they got Indiana over Alabama. But no, Indiana's legit. I didn't feel like they were really legit last year. This year, I do. Pull it up. So don't say, well, Matt's hopping on the Indiana bandwagon. No, you nerd. I said it last Sunday. It's the beauty of YouTube. It's the closest thing to a time machine we're ever going to get. It's a time capsule. It's documented on the channel. I told you last week, Indiana is legit. I'm not mad if you got them ranked ahead of Alabama. Even with Alabama winning today, if you got Indiana ranked ahead of Alabama, I ain't mad at it. I'm not opposed to it. They are the real deal. So let's imagine I clap for 10 straight minutes or 10 straight hours. Kurt Cinetti. Mendoza, you want to talk about showing resiliency. I hope my young athletes or grown people in general just paid attention to that. Throwing a pick six, bringing Oregon really back into the game, giving them momentum, and coming back after that and leading Indiana on an amazing touchdown drive. Man, that was so impressive to me. That was more impressive than Indiana winning the game itself. I love seeing, not an underdog story, but just resiliency like that. Really nice to see. And of course, I like to see the upset. I was pulling for Indiana because I just like upsets. That's what real college football fans do. If you got to ask me, didn't really have a horse in the race. I like Oregon. Their fan base has been nothing but kind to me. Same thing for Indiana fans. Although Indiana doesn't have as big as a fan base as Oregon, if you got to ask me. And hey, if I was an Indiana fan, I'd take that as some disrespect. Let me know in the comment section, where are my Indiana fans at? I see all these other crazy fan bases like Little Bro State, Michigan, Auburn, Georgia, Bama, LSU. Where are my Indiana fans? Come on. Y'all are a football school now. Whether you like it or not, Brad and Chad, the days of Indiana dominating basketball are over. You're dominating in football whether you like it or not. You signed a deal with the devil. You sold your soul. In this analogy, you signed your, I guess you'd say, your being good at basketball away for being good at football. You made a deal with the Ghost Rider. Shout out to Ghost Rider, one of my favorite movies of all time, but that is completely besides the point. What a win, man. What a win. And I'm glad Indiana won because they should have won. They outplayed Oregon. Guys, it's not like Indiana won this game on some walk-off field goal or a Hail Mary. They won by 10 points on the road. We haven't even talked about this on the road. Are you kidding me, Cinetti? He did lose his marbles there, rightfully so. How in the world? I'm not going to make a big deal about it because Indiana won. But if they lost, I was ready to get up here and go Kurt Cinetti mode. How is that not PI? The refs in college football this year have been awful. I made a video about it 2 or 3 weeks ago. Man, they stink. We got a problem. And it's only a matter of time before it winds up costing a team a playoff spot, a playoff win, something like that. I'm still not over the refs hosing Wake Forest. They beat Georgia Tech. They didn't call that offsides. If you know, you know. I'm not going to get into it too much. More of the story is, you watch this video, your favorite team has probably been hosed by the refs at least once or twice this year. Everybody can relate to it because the refs are awful. They're booty juice. Okay, they missed that. I got all the games going on in the background if you're wondering. I don't want to make this a long video. We'll talk more about it in the Sunday recap. God, there's so many good games today. I think today, I was looking at the weekend, the stack up we got for all the games. Probably going to be one of the best weekends of all time, so I hope you guys are enjoying it as much as myself. Also appreciate y'all spending your Saturday with me or Sunday whenever you're watching this video. Getting back on track here at Indiana. We'll write down, actually, let me get to erasing this while we're talking so we can have room to write down the stats. It's crazy to say, but Indiana, piggyback off what I was saying, this ain't a fluke win. They were the much better team today. And, you know, here's my thing. Everybody wants to talk about, I never said Oregon should be ranked second. I always had Miami at 2. And all these Oregon fans like, Matt, Oregon's got an impressive resume. Matt, how come you don't have Oregon at number 2? No, Miami's 2. But for all you dweebs out there that think or thought Oregon was the second best team in the country, well, I want you to keep that same energy. I'm going to challenge you. Here's my proposal. Or not proposal, it's just what you should do. If you thought Oregon was the second best team in the country, or even the first best, why don't you start talking about Indiana as the best team in the country? Oh, yeah, you're not going to do that, though. That's absurd, right? Keep that same energy. You can't tell me Oregon is one of the best teams in the country. Indiana beats Oregon at Oregon by double digits, and not say that Indiana is not one of the best teams in the country. I'm trying to think. Would I consider Indiana one of the best teams in the country? Well, it depends what one of is. When I think of one of, I'm thinking of like 3 to 4 teams. I guess they are low-key. That's really a different conversation for a different day. We're just here to talk about the game itself. Dante Moore, your Heisman hopes are probably over with. John Mateer's Heisman hopes are gone. He flushed those down the toilet. You can't have 0 touchdowns and 3 INTs against your rival and win the Heisman. It's impossible. It's not going to happen. So now the Heisman race is between 2 people because Missouri's running back was up for it. And now, I mean, he was irrelevant against Alabama. Only had 50 yards. So it's between Mendoza and Ty Simpson. Mendoza's really good. Indiana's really good. I'm going to pull up the stats. Hold on, let me get done erasing this. I thought defensively, Indiana was outstanding. In the second half, they were suffocating. I don't even think, did Oregon score in the second half? Was it, maybe they got a field goal or something. I'm talking about outside of the pick six offense. You don't score a pick six on offense. The defense did that. Anytime your defense outscores you in the second half, you're probably not going to win. And you didn't win this one. Yeah, it wasn't pretty. We'll pull up the stats in just a second. Am I missing something outside the refs being awful? Mendoza was good. Indiana was good on offense. Moved the ball. Not with ease, but moved it effectively. Oregon struggled on offense mightily, but you got to give credit to Indiana's defense. That's what caught me off guard the most. I knew it was going to be a close and competitive game. I just didn't really expect Indiana to shut down Oregon. I don't really think of... I was about to say I don't think of Indiana as a defensive team, but truth of the matter is nobody even thinks of Indiana as a legit football team. It's still hard for people to process, but I'm telling you, they're the real deal. Better get with the times, man. With the transfer portal and Cincinnati, you know, he talks a big game, but he can back it up, so I can't say nothing about it. He's starting to rub off on me a little bit. He's been a little more humble these past couple of weeks. I like him. I don't want to throw this out there because I don't say this or take it lightly. He's Nick Saban-esque. I know. Let's pump the brakes. Kurt Cincinnati and Saban in the same conversation can't even happen until he makes, number one, a championship game, and number 2, wins like 2 or 3 of them. But I just mean the way he does things, the way he runs the program. And it's not a fluke. Unless I'm highly mistaken, didn't he coach under Saban? Pretty sure he did. Doesn't matter too much. He's doing a heck of a job there. If you're an Indiana fan, you got to be feeling great. Let's get these stats out the way. I got to hurry up and watch more games. We'll talk more about it on Sunday. If I did miss something, I'll go back and watch the film later tonight. Alrighty, here we go, Mendoza. As you can, no, it's pretty good. As you can see right there, 20 for 31, not bad, not bad. 215, one touchdown to one INT. That was a terrible one. That's even worse. Whatever, you get the point. Had the pick six, but responded in such a great way. Whew, we'll get to rushing yards in just a second. Dante Moore, 21-34, 186 passing yards, one tutty, two INTs, costly interceptions at that. Rushing yards, though. We'll go rush. I can't write. Yards. Here. Rush yards here for the Duckies. 30 carries, 81 yards. That is, yes, 2.7 per carry. That ain't going to get it done. Indiana, they did enough. They only averaged 3 yards a carry, but they did have 111. 1-1-1-1. Pretty cool to see that. Indiana had 23 first downs, if you are curious. Oregon had 14. Indiana was better on third down. Oregon was 3 for 4 on fourth downs. That's not too bad. Didn't get that one, of course. Yep. Oregon had 2 turnovers. Indiana had 1. Not too much more to say, guys. Indiana was the better team. They won. Congratulations yet again. That was a good game. Really good game. Who knows, man? Who knows? The real question is how far is Oregon going to drop? Pretty intrigued to see those rankings. They'll come out, we'll react to them. Many more things I could say. We got to film a bunch of videos. I got to get back to watching these games. Let me know your thoughts down below.